Well, guys, hello. Welcome to another week of class. I hope you all are doing well. We've got kind of an exciting week of class this week. We're going to be making pizza dough, and then we're going to look at how we cook it and all those different things. So it's not very difficult. It's something you can easily do at home. So I encourage you to try these recipes out and see what you think. So let's look right now and see what all the ingredients we have to make our pizza dough. Okay, so here are our ingredients for our pizza dough. We've got some all-purpose flour here. We've got some canola oil, some sugar, and some yeast. And we also have some warm water. You notice I got a thermometer in my water. It's at 110 degrees. So what we're going to do, I'm going to slide this out of the way. I'm going to take a bowl here. I'm going to add my water. We're going to add our sugar to our water. I want to mix this up. Now we're going to add our yeast. And so this is our yeast right here. We're going to add our yeast in here. We're going to whisk it up real nice, get it incorporated in, like so. And then we're just going to give it a minute. The reason that we have our water at 110 degrees, the yeast is dormant, which means that basically it's asleep right now. The 110 degree water will wake the yeast up. Okay, if it's too cold, the yeast won't wake up. If it's too hot, it'll kill it immediately. So this will wake the yeast up, and then the sugar gives it something to eat. And so it's going to wake up, it's going to have something to eat, and then it's going to start getting real foamy. You'll notice on top, okay? So there's going to be a lot of foam on top, and that's when we know that the yeast is actually working. And that's how we're going to be able to cause our dough to rise, is by putting the water mixture with all the yeast into our flour. When we mix everything together, it'll have that same reaction as it sits in the dough, and it'll cause the dough to rise. So we're going to give this just a second, and then we're going to get our mixer and get started here, okay? Okay, so now we're ready to make our pizza dough. You can see our yeast has really started to activate here. We're going to add our flour into our mixer, like so. We've got our dough hook attachment on our mixer. We're going to add a little canola oil, a touch of salt so it's well seasoned, and now our yeast and water mixture will go in. We're going to raise our bowl. We're going to start just on stir, so on real low, and start letting it mix. Okay, at this point, we want to check it. It's still a little bit sticky, so we're going to add just a little bit more flour to it. It's almost at the perfect consistency. We can see it's really cleaning the side of our bowl, so we want to give it just another minute. And there we have it. There's our pizza dough finished up. Nice and soft dough. Now we're going to have to let this rise, okay? So we're going to take it out of here. We're going to put it in a bowl, and I'm actually going to put it in a proofing cabinet. If you don't have a proofing cabinet, a warm spot in your kitchen will be just fine. It just needs to stay nice and warm so that the dough has a chance to rise. Once it's doubled in size, we'll be ready to divide it up and start making our pizza crust. So at this point, our pizza dough has risen. we have divided it in half, so this is half of it, and we just shaped it a little bit. We've got it on a pizza peel, right? So this is the way we can slide it in the oven, and it's got some cornmeal on it, all right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start shaping our pizza. We like to use the cornmeal so that it will slide around on our peel. It won't stick, and it won't absorb the cornmeal like it would flour, okay? So we're just gonna start, we're kind of starting from the center, working out. Now certainly if you wanted to use a rolling pin for this, you could do that. This is a very soft dough, so we wanna be careful that it doesn't, that we don't tear any holes in it. We just wanna start working it out. Just about like that, okay? So just about like that. All right. So once we get it, we're a little bit thinner on the inside, kind of where my hand would be, a little bit thicker on the outside. We're nice and loose on our pizza peel. It's not a perfect circle, and that's okay. This is a homemade pizza. It shouldn't look like it came out of a factory. So I'm all about the rustic look, so I'm okay with that. We got a dough docker here. We're gonna just take the dough docker and roll over the center a little bit. And what this does, we don't push all the way down through it, but what this does is this pokes little holes in the surface and it allows steam to come out. And so this area won't rise up, but then our crust, we didn't put anything on, so our crust will be. We're gonna bake this for a little bit, then we're gonna pull it out, we're gonna put our toppings on it, okay? So let's take this to the oven now, okay? Let's go. Okay, open up our oven. You see we've got a pizza stone in here. We've got our pizza, we're just gonna slide it onto our pizza stone. It's gonna help to get a nice crust on it. And we're gonna let it bake for just a little bit. Okay, our pizza has baked a little bit. Right? And so now we're ready for our toppings. Okay, so let's look at our pizza. It's come out of the oven. I've got a little bit of garlic butter here. So just some butter I melted with a whole bunch of chopped garlic, let it infuse together. I'm gonna brush, especially the crust, but I like to brush the whole thing to give it a little bit of extra flavor. And that's gonna help it to brown up a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of pizza sauce in here. Don't put too much, or else it'll make your crust real soggy. I'm just gonna take the back side of a ladle. You can use a pastry brush for this as well. And we're just gonna spread this all around. For this one, I'm just gonna do some cheese. So this is just some mozzarella cheese. Just like that, okay? We're gonna pop it in our oven until it gets nice and golden brown, until the cheese is melting, kind of bubbly, and it'll be ready to go. So we have a second pizza crust here. Same thing, we're gonna do garlic butter all around it, in the center and everything. We're gonna add pizza sauce, just a little bit. Back side of a ladle. Just to spread this out real nice, like so. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese, not very much to start with. So about like this. And then I have a few little toppings that we're gonna put on this one so that it's not just a cheese pizza. So this is some bacon, right? So we have some bacon crumbles on there. And then we have some little mini pepperonis, right? So we got, they didn't have any big ones at the store, but these little ones work just fine. So we spread those all out real nice, and then we'll go back with another layer of cheese. This is the way I like to do it. I kind of divide my cheese up so it helps to hold the toppings on there. There's nothing worse than all your toppings falling off of your pizza, so the cheese kind of works like glue to help hold it on there. We'll throw this one in the oven as well, and it'll be, once it gets golden brown and the cheese is kind of bubbly, it'll be ready to go. We'll check it out. All right, let's take our cheese pizza, slide it right on in. And just like that, our cheese pizza is done. Looks beautiful. Let's take it over here and finish it up. There you have it. There are our two pizzas. If you want it a little bit more brown, you can do that. We're just going to finish it up. A little bit more garlic butter right around the edge, maybe a little drizzle right over the top. We're going to let it hang out for just a minute. As good as it looks, we want it to sit for just a minute before we start cutting it up. Otherwise, we're going to pull the cheese off of it. So we want to hang out for just a second, and then we can cut it up and enjoy it. So there you go. There's your pizza. Well, there you have it. Pizza. It's not real complicated. I hate that we were not together today to make this pizza because this is always a really, really fun day in class. But I hope that you will try these recipes. Know that you don't have to have anything crazy to do this. You don't have to have a mixer. You can mix it by hand. You don't have to have a pizza peel or a pizza stone. You can put it on a baking sheet, a sheet pan, a cookie sheet, whatever you want to call it. You can put it on there and bake it in your oven. Okay, so you don't have to have all this extra equipment. You can do it in your house the same exact way and get the same exact results, okay? No crazy ingredients or anything like that. Should be real simple and easy. So I hope you guys will give it a shot. I hope you'll post a picture or a video of you making this recipe or the recipe that you made, so that everybody can see what you're doing. I've had a couple of you guys post pictures and send pictures of stuff that you're doing, and I think that's great. I think they look awesome. I think you're doing a great job. So, guys, I hope everything is going well. I hope you are safe. I hope you are healthy. I hope that your nerves are calmed and that everything's going okay. All right. If there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. We can video chat if we need to over Zoom or Collaboration Ultra or whatever on Blackboard, Skype, however we need to do it. We can send emails, whatever. If you have any questions about anything or if there's anything I can do for you, okay? So you guys stay safe, you guys stay healthy, wash your hands, and I look forward to hearing from all you guys real soon, okay? Thank y'all.